Hummels match winner, that was incredible to watch the scenes post-match, to share that with the fans. Can you put into words your emotions?
Yeah, this is incredible. This is hard to put in words, because to achieve something, to celebrate with your fans like this, especially these fans who are so special and so loyal, and had to go through a lot of pain in the last years. It's great to have this results and this just happiness together.
Put those emotions into words, the pain, the journey to get back. You were there obviously in 2013, you're back there again. What does that feel like?
Yeah, of course, it's crazy. The second Champions League final, again in Wembley. There's still a chance, maybe it's another German final. We will see that tomorrow. Of course, Real Madrid has a big chance to reach it as well, but it will just be the best thing to do in club football. To be honest, this is the biggest game in club football. Ja, ich komme auch gleich. It's just what you work for. To be honest, this is what you work every day for, and it's good to see it working out sometimes.
I'll let you go celebrate with friends shortly, but just lastly, what does it mean to wear this shirt? Because this club is respected by the football world. What makes this club so special?
Yeah, especially this. I think everybody knows about the stadium, about the fans. It's just a special club. If you work hard for this club, you always get the love and the acknowledgement from the fans and from the people. I think it's kind of a club almost everybody loves, because it's always a little bit easier when you're the underdog and not the favorite. But yeah, Borussia Dortmund is a special club. I know that for sure. So I'm really proud to play for that club and for that badge.
All the very best. We'll see you in lunch. Put that into words. That was amazing. I see the emotion. Can you describe what you're feeling right now?
Yeah, just proud. I'm very proud of my team, my staff, and our supporters. It's an incredible achievement for us, and we keep the dream possible. And now it's time to make it happen.
Reflecting on your journey, it's been well documented what you've been able to do this season in your time at Dortmund. Amazing. But just reflecting for a moment, where you've been, where you've started, where you were last time Dortmund were in a Champions League final. What does this mean to you?
So we only won it once. It was 1997. I was watching the game in the public viewing. Then in the final 2013, I've been on the stands supporting the team. But don't get me wrong, many people out there, they are just reflecting me as a supporter. Now I'm the coach of the team and I'm responsible for the performances, and now it's such a proud moment for all of us, because this is something that nobody gave to us. We deserved it really well. To win both games in the semi-final is something that is really incredible, and then against a team like PSG, we did it twice. We kept 2 times a clean sheet against PSG. It's unbelievable, and it makes us dreaming.
Just lastly, I asked Mats moments ago, but what makes this shirt, this club, and everything about it so special? Because you can still hear the fans out there. It's as if the match is still being played. What makes Borussia Dortmund so unique?
Look, in life there are some things that you can't describe. Some feelings, if you get in touch with your partner for a lifetime, if you see your kid for the first time, and many times in life it's if you fell in love with a club, it stays like this for the rest of your life. Even though there are ups and downs, you stick to it, and so I think Borussia Dortmund is a very special club. It's a special club for me. It's a special club for us. And now we want to make special things happen.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. So good to have you still with us. We haven't looked at the highlights yet because we got all caught up with interviews and everything. So we're going to do that right now. Let's take you through the best of the action from this game between Borussia Dortmund and PSG. Second leg of the Champions League semi-final. Mats Hummels with the only goal in the second leg. Jamie.
Yes, and this was his first Champions League goal in 6 years.
An important one.
And probably the most important one he's ever got in this competition. I mean, he's a man mountain. We're talking about a World Cup winner here. You know, he's a fantastic player, won plenty of trophies through his career, but almost to have a swan song at the end of his career, scoring the winning goal away in Paris. And could it be one step better by winning the Champions League?
Excuse me, what we've got to show you now is just a bunch of missed opportunities for PSG, including 4 shots which actually hit the woodwork. We're going to start with one by Zaire Emery hitting the post. Thierry.
Yes, it's a ball coming from Kylian Mbappe, and I think it's going to be deflected by a player from Dortmund, but I do think that Gonzalo Ramos could do way better. Somehow he keeps the ball alive, and that, it's Sabitzer that touches it, then he can score here. He doesn't, and then if that goes in, it's a different game, but it didn't go in. And that's one big opportunity.
Yeah, like Thierry said, he should have scored on the first attempt, I think, but he gets another one. He mentioned the sort of role of the winger Dembele and Hakimi, and this time Edin gets it across to Ramos, and he's got to be hitting the target there. I know there's a little slight bounce on it, but he tries to put too much on it rather than just guide it into the net on target.
And then it was the left back, Mendes, picking up a second ball, just comes onto it. He's got a decision, does he go wide to Mbappe? No, he takes the shot on, and he's just so unlucky. We're talking inches there, it hits the post. The inside of the post goes in the back of the net, and as Thierry just said, it's a completely different game.
And then Kylian.
That's the chance, yes, of Kylian. I mean, it would have been a great goal if he scored from there. Great pass from Hakimi. I think Schlotterbeck does ever so well to not commit, and what a save. I mean, it was an easy one in all fairness from Kobo.
And then Marquinhos' header. Great run. Gets a glance on it, but just doesn't get the right purchase on it. You see, after he's agonising. I mean, he gets up for such a small lad, really good in the air, and there's the desperation.
Yeah, and the last one is for this man, Mbappe, what British Michael calls him. But it hasn't been a great night for PSG, but especially Mbappe. We talk about sort of him moving on at the end of the season, and I'd love to have seen him go on and get to the final and win the Champions League. Obviously, that's the one thing that's missing off his CV. And then Vitinha, Micah.
Yeah, Vitinha. I mean, Vitinha. I talked about him before the game, and this is what he can produce. I mean, we're talking inches. What a strike! Great technique. Just a little bit too high. Honestly, for PSG, he was the best player on the park, I thought. Over the two legs, really talented young.
So we saw 4 times they hit the woodwork tonight. If you remember, in the first leg, they hit the woodwork twice. 14 times across the course of the Champions League season, PSG hit the woodwork.
Hit the bar more than Jamie last week.
I was more successful.
You hit the target. Yeah.
So this is from the first leg. Let's take a look back at those opportunities then.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is Kylian. We did this pre-match as well. Comes back out. And just look at the amount of bodies Dortmund and putting the bodies on the line. It comes out to Hakimi and it hits the post. And you just think it's not going to be their day. That was last week. And then today, the exact same thing happened. It just wasn't their night. Just wouldn't go in for them. And you've got to give credit to Dortmund because they were outstanding defensively over 2 legs.
You talked about the focus of Kylian Mbappe when we saw him in the tunnel before the game kicked off. Obviously, there was huge pressure on him in this game in terms of trying to deliver a Champions League final for PSG and his final time playing at the Parc des Princes in a PSG shirt in the Champions League. How do you think he delivered tonight?
Well, I still think that position of him playing as a 9 is an awkward one for me. But, you know, I'm not the coach of Paris Saint-Germain. I have bad respect for Luis Enrique and what he has won. But I do think that Kylian is more comfortable on the left. And at times, he was a bit too much in the middle for me. But if we go back in the history of Paris Saint-Germain, just not to talk about Mbappe, Ginola, Weah, Rai, we can talk about Leonardo, we can talk about Zlatan, we can talk about a lot of players. They never wanted to. So it's not so much of an individual thing, like I said to you before. It has to be also a team effort. And I think the team effort was on the other side. And every time you defend as a team, I don't know why in the history of the game the post doesn't go in. Post doesn't go in. Post goes out when you defend well as a team. I don't know why. But Kylian Mbappe, we all know that he's leaving. It was magnificent for Paris Saint-Germain. And it's not because you don't...
Sorry, Thierry, are you surprised by that reaction? It looks like the fans are sort of cheering them on. I thought it might be a bit more...
It's nice to see. It's nice to see because you mentioned it, Jamie, and you're spot on. It's not easy to win the Champions League. It's not always the case. And you can see it's very difficult for them to take it. Kylian is you know is not an easy one. That's your last game in Europe for Paris Saint-Germain. But like I said, I'll go back. You know, you can leave this club with your head really high. It's not everyone that can win everywhere, and especially the Champions League. Man City only won one, as you mentioned before. Only Real Madrid comes back and win at will. You, Liverpool, has an habit also of doing well in Europe. You have teams that have an habit of doing well in Europe. But the big man played really well all his career for Paris Saint-Germain, so I'm not personally going to judge him on not winning the Champions League.
Well, you listed such
with Paris.
An incredible name of list
it
of
could
players.
have been more because Paris
I
had
was
so
interested,
many
where
great
do you
players.
rank him amongst those greats that have played for PSG and worn the shirt? I know you're going to.
I mean, it's not even a discussion.
Number one.
Yeah.
Greatest player ever to play for
me,
PSG.
Yeah.
Okay.
But some people that saw other players will tell you know that debate. That's obviously you would like to say that. That's my opinion. Obviously, I know, but for me, Kylian Mbappe, with the way, the impact he had all over the world, what he's been doing, for me, yes, he will go down as the best player for Paris Saint-Germain. That's me.
Terry, could I ask you about, before the game, we saw that huge banner of that team, I think, that won the European Winners' Cup in
96.
96. So they're obviously legends, they're heroes.
Yeah.
Do you think in 20 years' time, do you think the Mbappe team, the PSG team, have now would get that sort of reverence from that PSG support? They've done what you'd expect them to do, which is win the French title every season. They haven't gone that step further to cement themselves. You know, that team of sort of Mbappe, Neymar, Messi haven't won it, but they haven't won it again when it was his team.
Yeah.
Do you think, so you're saying he's the greatest player, but do you think he will be remembered the way those players are remembered?
But they won the Winners' Cup.
That's what I'm saying.
Mbappe never played at that level. He always played in the Champions League. I'm not saying it's easier.
Well, you'd say this team is better than that team, surely. What they've had, you've had Neymar, you've had Messi, you've had Mbappe in the top of the pitch.
That team that won in 96 was good also.
No, I know it was a good team.
Good also. All I'm saying is you can't compare a team that only played in the Champions League and one that played the Cup Winners' Cup. And at the time, the Cup Winners' Cup had lesser teams because you had to win your cup. If people don't know, you had to win the cup of your country to enter that competition. So you had surprises, a lot of surprises at times. So you can't compare that because he only played in the Champions League, and we all know that it's not easy. City just done it. But it's a team that was on the run of winning a treble. They didn't do it, losing in a semi-final against Dortmund, and people might say, yeah, it's Dortmund or whatever. I'm talking him as an individual, not so much the teams and not so much the competition. What he did for Paris Saint-Germain. What they did also, you know, the team since the likes of Zlatan has arrived, and at one point going to Paris Saint-Germain, going to the Parc des Princes wasn't a place where you could go with your family. It wasn't that lively. You know, there was a period where it was a bit rough to go there. So everything has changed. So you're not going to kill that just because a team doesn't win the Champions League. And I've said it before, it is a thing. Like we talk about Man City, and I was saying the same about Man City last year. I'm not going to judge Pep and judge Man City of not winning the Champions League. And it's the same for me for Paris Saint-Germain. Hopefully it's going to happen one day. But for me, he will go down as the best. Some people might say Pilorget, some people might say George Weah, some people might say other players, you know, Mustafa Daleb, you will not know. Some people will say other. For me, he was the best.
OK, so PSG are out of the Champions League at the semi-final stage. Their manager, Luis Enrique, kindly gave us his time all the same. Here he is speaking to Anita.
Luis Enrique, how do you reflect on your side's performance today? You hit the woodwork 4 times.
Yeah, and if you added the 2 shots in the post in the first leg, 6 times in the post, and we didn't score a single goal. Which means that football sometimes is very, very unfair.
It can be very unfair. Going into this game, there are a lot of eyes on you, and in particular one of your star players, Kylian Mbappe. You spoke about the fact that the whole team needs to defend. Do you feel like your whole team defended today?
Of course. I think the intensity of the match, it was great for both teams. Too much pressure. You can feel that during the match, but I'm happy with the performance of my players, all of them, with the team. I think that match could be a proof for us in earning experience and trying to improve, because now is the moment to congratulations to them, because they are in the final and we need to recover from that.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, we are going to go to a very quick break. We will be right back, though. Welcome back, everybody. Good to have you with us. The boys have gone over to the screen. We're going to break something down. What we got, Thierry?
The goals on the corner, because, you know, as a coach, you do tactic. 3 men inside, the fullback will give you the width, whatever tactic, and then you concede a goal on the corner. I mean, we're going to see it here. It is not a coincidence that you're going to see the 2 big men attacking the second post. And I will tell you why very soon. You're going to see some decoy run from Adeyemi coming here. Again, this guy, Marquinhos, being zonal. We're going to see the goal. As you're going to see now, Berardo loses his man. It would have been Schlotterbeck scoring on the second post anyway, because he got done. Ball in the air, it's over. If that ball is not there, he would have attacked that. It's over, that's a goal. But as soon as I saw it, Jamie, Micah, that brought me back to the Christensen goal against Barcelona. It's so hard. It's so hard as a coach when you work on a lot of stuff and you just concede the goal the exact same way. You get done and it could have been a goal from Torres, maybe not Joao Felix, he got flicked, that's a goal. Same spot, same situation. Wow. Dortmund did their work. Not so much Paris Saint-Germain. You got bailed out against Barcelona. Araujo got sent off. You went there with a defeat. Okay, you return the tie. Not tonight.
Yeah.
Not tonight.
I mean, can we look at it again? You're talking about what Barcelona have done. You're talking about what Borussia Dortmund have done tonight in their move. But you actually look at the man marking here, the system here. I mean, what you've got is Beraldo here with Hummels. So you can see everybody's man marking. He's zonal, Marquinhos. But the way somebody moves, when you talk about the smallest details in football at the highest level...
Give him credit to him, Brett. The way it gives you the time to turn.
And there's no doubt they're trying to attack that area there. But the defender here is actually in the middle. And his job here is to try and get Hummels. And they'll just run it on. And all it is the body position. Look, he's stop now.
Dead.
Look, he's actually, as the ball... So the ball's about to be taken now. It's about to be kicked. Mikey, come here.
Yeah.
You be Hummels. So the ball's coming in from this side and the defender's looking at him.
Not even seeing the flight of the ball.
He's completely lost.
So what should he have done?
It's his body's position.
So Hummels is here, ready to go there.
Yeah. He's got to basically always be able to see the ball and the man. Basically, he's gone there and he just turned. So look at him now. He doesn't know where the ball is. Him the same. But he's done there now.
Done.
He will never be able to win that header against him, coming in behind him. And he actually, Hummels, clever, just puts his arm on him as he jumps.
That's what you keep the distance.
Not a foul.
Keep the
but
distance.
As you run it in, and we just keep an eye on these two here.
Keep your distance. Boom. Done.
And he's done. And it just gives him a little nudge, gets up early. And the little nudge just creates the spaces then.
But Jamie, Micah, please, can we just, to show everybody, roll the two together? Then you would see it's the same spot, same thing, same corner, same goal, same punishment. And can you just pause it almost at the... Oh, yeah, you can go. Pause. See you later. And it happened to me, by the way. Recently, you work on a lot of stuff and you get done on something that in brackets, it's easy to defend. I'm going to take, and we were talking about it off air, I'm going to talk about Arsenal. At the beginning of the season, Arsenal were not scoring a lot of goals with the strikers. They stayed up and competing with everybody because they scored a lot of goals on set pieces. It is important because instead of rushing and trying to score, 2 goals quickly, they should score 2 goals anyway to come back in a tie. Now you're 2-0 down on aggregate on a set piece. When you got done the same way, I mean, you can roll it now. Same celebration, same corner, same everything. And a centre-back, by the way. Not a striker that done you, a centre-back. Look at them. Same.
Kate, I'm going to do your job again.
Try.
And I'm going to take us to... Peter Schmeichel talking to the Borussia Dortmund manager, Edin Terzic.
And if you go back to the draw before the group phase, you got drawn into the group of death, and very, very few people left you any chance, and now you're in the final. Can you sum that up for us, please?
Well, of course, we also knew that we're going to have chances in that group, in the group of death. But to be honest, maybe we've been dead after the second game with only 1 point. They haven't scored a goal. And then we had our first great performance and the first great win away in Newcastle. A very tough game for us. And from that, we can see that maybe everything is possible, especially if you see, for example, Milan. They've been to the semi-final last season, and we won at San Siro. We had a okay performance at home, and then we start to believe and to dream.
How proud are you of this team and the way they performed over these 2 games against PSG?
Incredible proud. Proud is the right word. I'm very proud of the team. I'm very proud of the staff that did a fantastic job so far, and for the club. If you see what happened on the final match day last season, a very tough day, and the support has been there for us. They supported us and gave us so much love, and we tried to give something back, and I think today we gave them back the belief and a bit to dream.
I think you've pleased a lot of people, and you've got a lot of fans, a lot of supporters of your performances in the Champions League. Also for your fans that we highlighted, and I'm sure you get a lot of support in the final. Good luck.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best, and thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Take care.
What, Jamie, you spotted an interesting tweet earlier on, and we're going to pull it up for you guys. This was a tweet that we saw where you can see Edin Terzic, the current manager of Borussia Dortmund, there as a fan, 2012, watching Jurgen Klopp's Borussia Dortmund win the league. Pretty cool.
Stuff for dreams, eh,
Yeah.
Jamie? Come on.
Yeah.
You're one of those now, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Me and him were in the same team. I mean, but listen, to be a boyhood fan of a club, to play for a club is fantastic. But to be the manager, be the top man, take them to a Champions League final, the biggest game you can play in club football. I mean, that is special. And you can imagine how many friends and family he's got associated with the club as well. It's not just being the manager of the club. You feel something a little bit more. I felt that as a player playing for Liverpool, being a manager from that area, the pressure you must be under as well. And to miss out on the league title in the last kick of the game last season as well. And then to just go that step further now in terms of the biggest competition, well, hopefully for him, another step further and get his hands on that trophy.
We've got another popular tweet that we've also spotted, Jamie. I think you'll appreciate this one. It's just to sum up your performance and your relationship as far as the connection to Borussia Dortmund goes. This is your night on the first leg of the Champions League semi-final over there. Cheeseburgers 1, pints 8.
Top stats.
Slurred words.
12.
Slurred words, 12.
Selfies with
That's
fans.
that's me wallpaper for me phone, that.
You said you felt like one of the Beatles. New friends made 25,000.
Was the beer strong over there, Jamie?
It was, yeah, it's lively. It's lively. I mean, what's it going to be like at Wembley? I mean, what are we going to do? I mean...
Well, some of us won't drink whilst we're on the job.
Oh, no. Oh, interesting. Yeah. You did last year.
Why are you biting your lip like that? No, I did not drink last year. I was drunk for years. You're very quiet.
I'm very quiet, no. I'm just letting Jamie have his moment.
His mate never made the final, did he? I mean, what analysis are you going to do now if there's no Mbappe?
Bellingham.
OK, we're going to go to a very quick break. We do want to try and still speak to Anita and Peter one final time, but we'll come back for one more segment. See you in a second. Final tomorrow. We are going to find out who they will play at Wembley next month. Will it be Real Madrid? Will it be Bayern Munich? It is all square, remember, after an enthralling first leg. It is all to play for at the Bernabeu tomorrow night. That is coming up tomorrow night. Let's talk about something else, though, that we want to discuss that maybe is coming up before the Champions League final. A little idea we'd like to pitch to you, Jamie, because you are now such good friends, really part of the network and the team identity at Borussia Dortmund. And we thought that perhaps now that they're in the Champions League final, would you enjoy the opportunity to go out there again, catch up with all your friends, kind of find out how they're feeling ahead of the Champions League final, just get reacquainted, kind of bring us some good footage back?
So you've been subbed for the final?
You mean Kaiser?
Yeah, them.
So basically she was asking, do you want to be a sub for the final?
No, I'm good. You mean go out and see them before the game?
Before the Champions League final. Obviously he's on the... Come on now. It's
Oh,
Jamie.
I thought they'll
Listen, we're family. And what do you do for your family?
Excuse me, what?
We're family.
Everything.
We're
Right.
family.
Yeah.
Not me and you, Dortmund.
I know.
Yeah, thank God.
What are we offering for
when
Borussia
your
Dortmund?
family in an hour of need and
Yes.
they need me over there, I'll be there.
Yeah, you'll be over there.
I'll be there, yeah.
So you're available.
And I'm going to see them on the Friday night.
Last game of the season for them, May 18th. Maybe that's when you could go over there. Are you free?
They want you to go there.
Last home
They want
game.
you to travel
Yeah,
there.
you mean in the Yellow Wall again?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Get over there, free ale.
You sure?
Was the free beer the best part of the night for you?
I actually I was getting it, and I just thought I'll have to chip in. So I give the guy 50
Did you buy a
euros.
round?
Yeah, so I bought the last round.
Nice.
Yeah.
You thought
50
you bought
euros.
one round for the...
Yeah. I mean, there was 8 of us. I had 8 pints, so everyone done their own round.
So you're down.
Could we possibly meet up with them Friday night, my friends, who I was on the stand with?
How are we going to find them when you haven't got a number? You don't know a name.
I
you don't
will
know
find
a number.
them. I will find them. We will meet up and we will have a good chat.
Why don't you just do a little message that they can put out there? Quick.
To my family of Borussia Dortmund, I'm delighted that he's made the Champions League final. We had a fantastic time, and I want to build on this relationship at the Champions League final. I will invite you out. We go out for a meal before the Champions League final on a Friday night, don't we?
Yes, we do.
You can join us. No, we will spoil you. We'll look after you.
You could do it.
And I'm going to join you in the Wembley Yellow Wall.
Is it on the CBS account?
Always.
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 Okay.
Hey.
25,000 people. How many people are we inviting?
CBS are loaded.
We are going to continue, by the way, because we do still want to go over live to Paris and speak to Peter and Anita.
Oh, is this not the
Charlie
end of the show?
Davies one more time. No, it's not.